Many of you will have seen pressure charts using a TV, broadcast, or even the back of a newspaper, and some of you will not understand what the lines and the triangles and the different bytes and pieces mean on there. But if not, I'm going to be a step-by-step introduction to what that's weather forecasters call synoptic charts. Now, the word synoptic simply means the current situation, and in weather terms that means I think at the pressure patterns, the fronts, the wind speed, direction, currently, and also seeing how they evolve over the coming few days. If we take a look at this map, you can see the pressure pattern there. Now, to be a familiar sight for many of you, it's important to know that pressure, wind, and temperature in constant balance throughout the atmosphere, but the atmosphere is always changing. Try to maintain that balance, and sometimes things are particularly changeable, and we tend to see quite variable weather as a result of pressure pattern. Will always show you a number of things. Will always have area of high pressure and or areas of low pressures, and these white lines that circulate around show where the pressure is equal. They are called isobars. Now, air moves from areas of high pressure to area of low pressure to try and maintain the balance, or to try and ease the difference. That's when we have air moving around. We feel wind moving sometimes through the pressure gradient. If you like, the difference between the high and low pressure is much bigger, and so the air moving faster, and that's shown by tighter isobars that you can see in this chart. There, so we know something about the speed of the wind, but what about where it's coming from? Well, we know that air moves around areas of high pressure in a clockwise direction, and in a low pressure in an anti-clockwise direction. So now we know something about the speed of the wind and indeed where it's coming from. Now, these differences in pressure, temperature, and wind circulating around the globe mean there's different types of air, and by that I mean they have different characteristics such as show, cold, warm, little, how much moisture they are carrying. We need to mark out these differences somehow. So many of you are seeing this warm front, it's a red line with a red semicircles, and also cold front, which is a blue line with a blue triangles, and these just mark out these differences between how cold and how warm and how moist their mass is. And also importantly, we tend to see warm air following a warm front and the cold air following a cold front. Also, we see an increased amount of cloud and rainfall in and around the air from marks. Another type of way that you can spot on a weather chart lies between a warm and a cold front. That's what we call a warm scatter. It's a fairly cloudy type of air mass. It can bring mist and fog, and also some outbreak of patchy light rain from time to time. Now, as well, a cloud front will tend to catch up with the warm front because it moves faster, and we end up with something called an occluded front. In time, these occlusions can form their own entities. And now we reach to the end of our explanation of what's the definition of the synoptic charts and how to read them.